The Munsters, is it as bad as everybody says it is? Stay tuned and find out. The Munsters is Rob Zombie's latest film, and let's face it, most people are hit or miss with the Mr. Zombie himself. I love his movies. Now, you know what? I wouldn't say love. I appreciate his movies. I own a few of them. Granted, there's some that I cannot sit through, like Three from Hell. I was really disappointed in that. But what I do respect about Rob Zombie, I love his music, first off. And two, every film that you watch, you know you're watching a Rob Zombie film. There's an aesthetic feel to it, from the set designs, from the way it's filmed. You know he's got an appreciation for classic horror films from the 70s and even to the Universal films, or the original classics like The Mummy, Frankenstein, and Dracula. And in most of his films, he plays homage with a certain clip from those features to show the love. And the Munsters have been especially prominent in his music videos, his concerts, and also his first film, A House of a Thousand Corpses. So I knew he was going to put a lot of effort and love into this movie. Did it pay off? Let's talk about it. Now, for the good, the first thing I loved was the sets and the lighting. The lighting definitely had a different cartoonish feel to it, which I feel was intentional because the source material of the Munsters is very campy. I recently revisited the Munsters over the past year because I have no cable, right? So there's this channel on regular TV called the Me Channel. I call it the Old People Channel. And every weekend they show the Munsters, so I watch some episodes and I'm like, oh, okay. It's downright silly, just like the Addams Family. So there's a campiness to it. So I knew walking into this film, there was going to be some campiness. So I like the modern flair to it with the colors and sets. Granted, it looked like a commercial for Six Flags Fright Fest, but I admire that campiness. It looks intentionally bad, which it grew on me. I have to admit, I love the uniqueness of each set piece. And also the campy acting. I've interviewed Richard Brake last year, and he was telling me about the Munsters off camera, and I admire the over-the-top campy acting he went with in his performance. He's definitely going for a over-the-top Vincent Price portrayal. And I absolutely love his acting because I've seen him in other films. He's come off very sinister. He's come off as the force of evil itself. And here he is with this over-the-top performance. So again, I laughed at it. Again, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing of the performance, and because he's really just chewing up the scenery on every shot. And last is the campy tone. It was silly. It was silly. I walked into this film knowing the internet was just collectively shitting on this film and just saying this was Rob Zombie's worst movie. You know, what the hell are you doing? But again, I knew that was what I was walking into. It wasn't going to be the greatest film of all time. It wasn't going to be his best film, but I knew it was like a passion project for him. And I honestly think me revisiting the Munsters on that Me channel and watching the Universal films with my son really helped me with the experience, because there's a lot of nods and winks to those films. The film starts off with a grave robbery, just like in Frankenstein. I don't know if many people have seen Frankenstein, but there's a lot of like nods to his love for those classic films, and I got every one of those references. And I would not have gotten them if I didn't see those films. And the bad, honestly, I think the trailer did more harm than good. The trailer, I'll admit, was horrible.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
It did an incredible disservice to the film, and I think it should have been in better hands. Who did it? I don't know, but I think if the trailer showcased the material with better audio and just a better tone of the film, I think that would have helped. Now, overall, this is not going to be for everybody, but it was for me. I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, again, me, my son, my girlfriend, we all love that rockabilly, rock, classic Misfits, Ramones, Rob Zombie flair look. So the aesthetic to the movie, I absolutely loved it. The campiness and tone matched the old show. Granted, it was just with a modern lit flair, again, that some may not appreciate. But again, for what it's worth, I appreciated it. Is it his best film in his filmography? No, but for it being a passion project and for it being something that, you know, he personally loves, I can see the love. I can see the love and effort made in the film. So again, I'm recommending it, but it's only for that small marginalized demographic. Again, I've explained my taste, and that's why I appreciated it. Well, that does it for my review for the Munsters, everybody. What did you think of the Munsters? Did you hate it like everybody else did? Did you appreciate the aesthetic flair and the passion from Rob Zombie in this? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be making a few more videos for October. Halloween is my favorite month of the year. It's my favorite holiday of the year, and I'm going to be making some Halloween rankings video for you guys. I'm going to collaborate with Cody on a secret project. I haven't disclosed what it is yet, but that's going to be fun. But please tune in and be sure to follow and stay tuned for all my latest videos. And again, I appreciate your time, everybody. Until then, I'll see you next time.